4,000 meters above sea level, where the air is thin and the world is frozen, lies a secret from the abyss. This isn't a mountain creature, it's a monster from a lost ocean. Meet Zagrosichthys. Welcome back to Extinct Earth. I'm John. Today, we're investigating Zagrosichthys Magnus, the giant fossil fish that proves the rugged mountains of Iran were once the floor of a crushing prehistoric ocean. 80 million years ago, the landmass we now call Iran didn't exist. Instead, this region was submerged under the Neotethys, a vast, warm ocean that served as a global highway for prehistoric life. Zagrosichthys was a master of the ambush. Its body was a living needle, streamlined for zero resistance and maximum speed. It was a sit-and-wait predator, built to vanish in the blue before striking like a bolt of lightning. Its jaw was its most lethal feature. Taking up a third of its body length, it was armed with hundreds of razor-sharp teeth. This was a precision tool designed to snatch slippery fish and squid from the dark. Imagine a living javelin made of muscle and predatory instinct. It shared its lineage with modern gars, but Zagrosichthys was a specialized giant of the Tethyan reefs, outclassing almost everything in its weight class. The real mystery isn't how it lived, but where we found it. How does a deep-sea predator end up on a mountain peak? The answer lies in the massive tectonic collision between the Arabian and Eurasian plates. Over 20 million years, the seabed was crushed and hoisted toward the sky. The sheer violence of this collision turned mud into stone and ocean floor into the towering Zagros Mountains. It was a planetary-scale elevator. These fossils were preserved in the Gerpi Formation, a layer of deep-sea marl and limestone. The low oxygen levels at the bottom of the ancient sea prevented scavengers from destroying the remains, creating a perfect time capsule. Imagine the silence of the deep Tethys. The Zagrosichthys hangs like a ghost. It doesn't move a muscle until the target is exactly where it needs to be. The strike is inevitable. In a fraction of a second, the fish accelerates with the force of a bullet. The long snout bypasses the prey's defenses, and the conical teeth lock in. There is no escape from the living javelin. In the late Cretaceous, once the Zagrosichthys marked you, the struggle was over. It was the absolute monarch of the mid-water depths. The king has fed in the silence of the abyss. Survival was an open-water game. Juvenile Zagrosichthys were born thin and fragile, hiding in floating mats of vegetation to avoid the very predators they would one day become. They were born into a world of constant threat. The young were fragile but grew with alarming speed. By the time their skeletons hardened, they had transitioned from the shallows to the deep, becoming the predators that would eventually be immortalized in mountain rock. Their only true rivals were other specialized predators like the inhabitants. These were clashes of precision versus power, a war for the limited resources of a closing ocean that lasted for millions of years. Territorial disputes were settled with bone-crushing speed. But their reign was tied to the Tethys. As the continents closed in, the deep water currents shifted and the oxygen levels dropped. The specialized world of the needlefish was being squeezed out of existence. The Zagrosichthys didn't survive the mass extinction that ended the age of dinosaurs. As the seas vanished and the mountains rose, the giants were silenced forever. Today, they exist only as shadows in the stone of the Iranian plateau. Impact rating? Extreme. Discovered in 2008 by Amir Yazdi, Zagrosichthys Magnus proved that the high peaks of Iran were once a hotspot for marine biodiversity. Today, these fossils are the crown jewels of Iranian paleontology. But the most terrifying part? The biological legacy of these needlefish still swims in our rivers today. Every modern gar is a living echo of the Zagrosichthys, a reminder that the monsters of the past are never truly gone. Could the spirit of the Tethys still linger in these peaks? As long as the wind howls through the canyons, the shadow of Zagrosichthys will haunt the roof of Iran, waiting for the ocean to return. Which ancient creature should we bring back next? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this climb through the prehistoric past, hit that like button and subscribe to Extinct Earth. We'll see you in the next era.